Hello, Hola, Konnichiwa, Salaam, Ciao Namaste. Peace to all. This is Soulology, the science of the soul. And what we're going to talk about for today is about the three-part being you are. And understanding these important parts of who you truly are. As the flesh, the hologram, and the energy you are. How is this work all together in creating who you are as a being? And of course, to start off by, you are a three-part being of body, mind, and soul. Each one plays a part on itself like a layer to create the whole of what you are being as of now in this world and in this lifetime, in this life cycle. You are doing that by using this, which is an interesting organic body, allowing you to move freely on this physical plane. See, with my fingers and whatnot, my head moves and everything. You are using this body in a sense of being a steward over this body to create the experience of what you so desire. But the question is, what are you creating? So, let's first begin with the flesh. What is the flesh? In a sense, the flesh simply means the body. The body, of course, which is the physical, allows you to do many things. It allows you to function. It allows you to pick up things. It allows me to use this camera the way I desire to use it, and so on and so forth. But the body is always known in its own essence to at its vibrational energy to feed the body, give the body what it wants. Now, of course, giving the body what it wants is vitally important, but also on top of that, taking care of the body and how it works. We are prone, due to the fact of what other people tell us, you should eat this, you should eat that, or whatnot, you should put this on, you should put that on, where we may eat things because it pleasures us in our physical body. We enjoy maybe eating certain foods. We enjoy eating certain red meats or other meats. We enjoy sweets. We enjoy drinking. We enjoy drinks. We enjoy all sorts of things that pleasure the body. We enjoy putting special clothes on us and looking nice and feeling nice about whatever we're wearing and how we look and so on and so forth because it pleasures our physical. And on top of pleasuring our physical, you have the opposite side, where due to that physical, we may feel uncomfortable with our body, how we look or anything, because we haven't been truly trained in a sense, or even been told or given the knowledge, better yet, is a better term. Given the knowledge to be comfortable as who we are, or taking care of ourselves as we are. So we go through what might be called growing pains of physically understanding how this body works and what makes us comfortable. And it can take us several years to decades to understand how we truly are physically. But hence why it is important for you to be a good steward of the body and take care of it. Make sure you are well. Make sure the body functions well, because your body is in similar way to a car. If you don't take care of a car, it will break down. If you don't take care of your body, it will break down. If you keep eating foods that are probably not necessary for the body, it will break down due to the fact that after a point, it's kind of like rusting itself from whatever you are consuming and putting in it. Make sure you are putting good nutrition in your body. Such, for example, I eat a lot of peanut butter, especially being vegan. And the reason why I eat a lot of peanut butter is because of the protein. It's very beneficial. It can help with the body and making sure the muscles are able to work well, that they can reform themselves over again and grow stronger and stronger. I also take turmeric. I honestly I eat that probably more than anything else every day. And I eat that constantly every day because that's to help with my digestion, with making sure my digestion within my body runs smoothly. You can have other things such as chia seeds, which have more fatty acids that are beneficial to the body than fish oil or whatnot. That can be more beneficial to you in a sense in growing you. This is just my example of how I'm taking care of the body. I'm giving you this example because of the fact that it's not to follow my lead in any sense. This, if it works for you, then go ahead, by all means follow my lead. But constantly research and grow into what fits for you, because this is your body. The DNA inside you and everyone else is never exact, and neither is anybody's body. So making sure understanding what works for your body is vitally important to physically grow and understand at advanced level what you like, what you dislike, what works and what doesn't work for you, and loving you, and again, taking care of you. And last, what I desire to bring up is simply the highest pleasure, of course, of our body is the pleasure of sex. Now, we've already gone through this, and there will be a part 3 to this where we talk about the importance of sex and whatnot. This is the highest form of pleasure within the body, and it does go hand in hand with taking care of the body. The more you take care of the body, the more you can get to other parts of who you truly are, such as understanding cosmic orgasms. In a sense, it's advancing your body to a level of energy that allows it to push itself beyond what it truly is. And this connects, of course, to both the mind and the soul, but allowing the physical to push itself much further as what you truly are. Now, the hologram. The hologram is what you would call your brain or your mind, in a sense. But don't think of the two, because they're actually quite separate from each other. The brain is in your skull. The mind, however, is everywhere, because it allows everything, every organism that lives within you, what's on your body and whatnot, everything that moves is a part of that, in a sense, connection, that collective mindset, because it allows you to even function in the first place. Without the mind, and of course the brain as well, you wouldn't be able to move your hands like so. You wouldn't be able to talk as you may talk, because of the fact that you are working as one to create connection in this body you have. It's an interesting trick. Now, why is it called the hologram, though? It's called the hologram because it is simply a bunch of nerves at the end of the day that are making you look physical. You see, everything you touch, and I've tested this, I've tested this out before, where when you are touching something, in a sense, if you look very closely, you may feel as though you feel a vibration or perhaps nerves jolting. And it's a very slight touch. That slight touch of the nerves, as they are, is telling you that something is real. And of course, maybe you wouldn't believe it's real if you thought it was real, which is true. But due to the fact that we've had the mindset of believing for so long that what we are seeing is real, that this is real, this is real, this is real, this is real, that this is the real world, that this is real life, that thing is real, that's an inanimate object, this is real, this is real, this is real. Because we believed it in so long, there's no way we can format in perhaps even shifting dimensions or shifting our vibration and understanding. It doesn't mean that it's impossible. It's just it takes understanding to get to that point of growing to understand those vibrations within self, be able to move through those ways. How exactly can you do this? You can do this by simply, of course, meditating. Meditation is key to self because you are going within. All the information with you is within self. What they call the Akashic records, what they call within you. Everything you are looking for is within. The problem is most of us are going through our everyday lives, going back and forth, doing what we need to do because we have to get things done, and not taking a moment to ourselves. And when you take a moment to yourselves and sit down, when you take a minute to close your eyes and be silent and be still and be with self, you will be amazed at some of the ideas, some of the thought process you come with. And it may not be easy, especially if you are having, for example, if you're especially emotional. I've had this before in meditations where I've had anxiety. And that's where you need to take time to breathe. Take a deep breath in. Even when I was starting this show and beginning, there were times where I was nervous, and what I had to do was I had to be still. And hence why, even in the beginning, why I take a deep breath and I breathe and begin. You silence yourself in that energy, and it allows you to know what's within self and realizing that information. But on top of that, what I wanted to add to all this, for example, is the nerves. Think of it as like the Matrix. Even in the Matrix, they were connected to something else, believing that they were real because of how it felt and whatnot. Now, I wouldn't say it's quite like the Matrix, that there is some creature running amok right now while you're being who you are at this point in time. But what I mean is you are truly much more than this. And that being said, that connection allows you to play it as though you are in what might be said to some people as a virtual reality. It is a very realistic virtual reality that you've created, however. This isn't a game that one person just decided to create and then threw it on the pavement of the universe. We've all had a hand in creating this planet, this universe, and so on. And that being said, you believe it to be real. You believe everything is a part of you. And there's nothing wrong with that, because that's a part of the experience, the beauty of what you're being, to rise above that and create yourself at a higher and higher length until you are the last part, which is the energy. You at your highest form are what we would call your soul. But your soul is made of energy. It is a force that is everywhere. It is the lights that are shining in everywhere. It is literally this camera that I'm using. It is also me. It's these pictures behind me and so on and so forth. It's the clothes I'm wearing right now and so much more. All of this is connected to you. All of it is beautifully connected to you in your energy. And that being said, because it's connected in your energy, because it's connected in your energy, you are connected to everybody as a collective. You, however, are playing a game of forgetfulness. You can, however, remember and awake yourself, and that's what leads to meditation. Now, how can you get to that part of understanding this height of what you call the soul? And again, it goes back to meditation. Understanding self. Sometimes even not meditation, maybe you come across a book, maybe you meet a person who inspired you, maybe you heard a woman or a homeless person or a wealthy person, whoever it is, a mother, a father, somebody say something to you that helped you remember something of self, and that connects to you. Understand that whatever you desire or whatever you are choosing to create, there's a reason why you may watch certain shows you watch. There's a reason why certain people come into your life. There are certain reasons why people go into your life for something made perhaps greater and to glow within you. Realize that everything is a connection, and that at the end of the day, what the energy is, and what it can do is allowing you to advance self. When you are, as people would say, on your spiritual journey, when you are bypassing all the influences of what people tell you is true, telling you that this is politics, this is religion, or this is the real world, and this is the cap. When you are looking within your reality, your journey, there is no longer a cap. It is understanding at its highest form. In my own experience, I used to believe I was not smart. I used to think that I had to try harder than anyone. And as time progressed and I had let go of these ideologies that had chained me, I had become advanced in thinking. Anyone truly is a genius in what they create. We believe people to be stupid. And some of these people we believe to be stupid in our reality can be sometimes famous, very wealthy and whatnot, and we can sometimes not understand how they're able to do it, but yet the person perhaps with the degree and everything does not have what they have. It is your advanced intelligence, and this leads to critical thinking. Most of us are memorizing laws, regulations, information, so on and so forth, and not bypassing that to create evolution in its own essence. Evolving self, growing self, realizing that there is more. What, for example, when we talk about our ideologies in anything, could there not be a better way to do things or grow things? That is a question you should ask yourself in any sense. Does this work? Or can we advance it? And this is something we don't do at this point in time because we are too afraid of what we're comfortable with right now. What if there was something more impressive, more comforting than what we're doing now? And that's the thing that it does as advancing self. And that's what it did to me. It advanced my thought process. What if I could simply advance my thoughts and understand things at a higher level? Instead of thinking I had to keep up with the people around me and be smarter, be stronger, and everything else. And I ended up realizing everything I was looking for was already within myself, and I just simply had to unlock the doors. You all have the power within that energy to unlock the door of self. But it's a choice. Because this is the actual you. You create the rest. The other two parts of you, you've connected and merged with in creating who you are and being the soul, the energy. So what does this all have to do at the end of the day, in conclusion with everything? What it has to do is simply this, that all of these are parts of you that make up the whole of what you are being in this realm what you would call the physical realm. Because you're in the physical realm, you have decided in your own experience, and not everybody does this, some people remember, some people don't, but you're deciding in your own experience perhaps to forget this. You're deciding in your own experience to remember this and create something more advanced, or maybe you forget and you're creating something new. But we're all creating something, we're all being something. As beautiful, as magnificent, as divine, as creative, as amazing as we all are, as the gods, the goddesses, and the creators within. So, to everybody out there, have a good morning, a great afternoon, and a fantastic evening. But before I even finish, remember that to know thyself is to know the creator within. And to everybody out there, peace and namaste.